house, that Cashville day or whatever.
Oh, you did? Cool. I seen the Love and Hip Hop. I saw you, yeah. I seen you. That was crazy. Yeah, man. Yeah, he's a lot of. Oh yeah, so I got like a yearly thing. So I'm gonna use a lot of this to shoot my new films and stuff. You see this here? There's a whole wall. I built all that stuff, right? And then you can't get off. So you know what I mean? So they got like. What's up, man? Hey, man, it's your man's Joaquin, man. Let me tell y'all who we got in the motherfucking building. Yeah. If y'all don't know who we got in the building, man, your guy been great since he was born, nigga.
Come on now.
All right, man, we got my mans right here, Lil Zane.
What up, though?
Man, what's up?
Chilling, man. What's going on?
Nothing. So, hey, man, what I want to say, first of all, I want to say, man, appreciate you coming down right here in Nashville, Tennessee.
Man, thank you for having me, man. Come on, I'm in Nashville, Cashville, Tennessee. What up, though?
Yeah.
What up, though?
Facts.
Yeah.
So you know, man, we around the same age, so I grew up listening to your music.
Right.
So, long story short.
I'm 21. I don't know how old you are, but I'm 21. I hate when niggas try to put me in their age range. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know how old I am. You know, I'm 21, man. Hey, anybody ask y'all, I'm 21. I ain't forever. You know what I'm saying?
21 forever then.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Black don't crack.
Go by how I look. Judge me by how I look. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, cool.
Shit.
You know, actually, I stopped counting age already, you know what I mean?
You ain't stop counting age. That's the first thing he said. That nigga said, you must say age. How you gonna say he stopped counting age? And the first thing that nigga says, I think you my age right now.
But that could have been 21.
Hey,
I never said
listen. Hey, listen, we ain't putting no age on it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We ain't putting it's because I know 15-year-old boys that act like men, and I know 50-year-old men that act like boys. You know what I'm saying? So let's be real. We're going to be real. You know what I mean?
You're right. You're right. I agree with that shit.
Yeah, but in saying that same thing, you know what I'm saying? I definitely ain't 21. You know what I'm saying? That's a boy to me. You know?
Yeah.
Definitely some grown men.
But we can keep the age, you know.
Yeah, it don't matter, man. Look, I got a birthday coming around the corner too. Like, you know, I learned from Prince, man. You know, Prince said he don't celebrate birthdays. You know, so you only got one birthday.
Yeah, that's the day you was born.
The day you was born is your birthday. You know what I'm saying? Like, every day after that is a blessed day. Yeah. It's a blessed day. It's you know what I'm saying? Not to get too deep on y'all religious people and your spiritual people out there. God bless your soul. You know what I'm saying? But listen, you only got one birthday in the name of Prince. Prince said it was one birthday.
And that,
you know what I mean?
You got a birthday
July
and a death
11th, you know what I'm saying? I was born. That's my birthday. Every day after that is just a celebration. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Yeah.
So you know, just having you on my radio station, man, you know, for anybody out there, just to let you know, make sure y'all go download the Heat Lover Radio app. Yeah. But on your Google Play and your App Store, all right? Download the motherfucking radio
Make sure you follow Lil Zane's World too, baby. Right after you do that, go follow Lil Zane's World for sure.
Fact.
For sure.
Hit that motherfucking
button, man. Twitter, Instagram, all that, TikTok, all that shit. I do it all, baby.
And we gonna put it on the end of the video and at the beginning so y'all can know exactly what's going on.
Yes, we are.
Facts. So what I want to do, I want to start off. We gonna take it from the beginning.
Let's take it from the beginning.
So, where you from?
Okay.
And how you get into music, my guy?
Man, it's a long story where I'm from, man. Like, I was born in Yonkers, New York, you know what I mean? Lived in Slow Bomb, you know what I'm saying? That's the same place, you know, Riverdale, School Street, that's the same place, The Locks, DMX, Mary J. Blige. I'm from the same
D-Block, right?
Yeah, that's from the same.
DMX.
Yeah, that's DMX, Father MC, Mary J. Blige, you know, The Locks, that's where all the, you know, Drag On, you know what I mean? Yonkers, you know what I mean? So, but I was raised in Atlanta, moved to Atlanta when I was like 4 or 5. So, you know, I feel like where you went to elementary at, where you went I went to Montclair Elementary, I went to Sequoia Junior High, I went to Cross Keys High School. So all those are in Atlanta, you know what I mean? So, you know, really grew up on the north side of Atlanta, Buford Highway, you know, got my deal when I moved to the east side. You know, after I got my deal, moved to the east side. So,
and we gonna talk about that.
You know, I've been living all over. So if somebody asks me where I'm from, it's like, you know, born in Yonkers, raised in Atlanta, spent 10 years on the West Coast, you know what I'm saying? Spent 5 years and 7 years. Still got houses in Florida right now, Miami, Tampa. You know what I mean? So I'm from all over, man.
Okay, fact.
When I started the business, I was my label's called Worldwide. That was for a reason. Like I never really wanted to just be from one place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you want to be global.
I wanted to be global. I didn't want a nigga just to be able to hear me and be like, oh, he's from here. You know what I mean? I just wanted to be global. And I did that. You know what I'm saying? I got homies on every side of the world. There's no place in the world I could go where I ain't got
Nobody.
at least 1-2 people I know that I really, really rock with. You know what I mean?
You done rock with a nigga in Nashville now.
Come on, now I got Cashville down lock. You know what I mean? Yeah, for sure.
We up in here. So I'm doing a little research now. I'm a researcher, motherfucker now.
Shit. All right,
so you know,
all right. Expect the gadget ass nigga, man. Expect the gadget ass nigga, man. Always doing their research, man. All right, talk to me, man.
All right, so now I do know this right here. So I know that you had got your first deal when you was like what 10 or 12 years old. You had a group by the name of Chronic.
Yo, you did your research.
All right. Now
you did your research, bro.
So let's talk about now. This is what I wanted to ask you. So when you had the group and it was called Chronic, and because it was kind of around the time you was young, but it was still around the time of the Chronic.
Right.
Right.
Now that's where we got it from. You know what I mean? I grew up listening to a lot of West Coast music. You know what I'm saying? The first CD I think I ever bought, that I ever bought myself was Dr. Dre and Snoop Chronic, you know what I mean? Then Snoop's album. So that was the first CDs I ever bought. Went in there, skipped school, waited in line at the record store.
But what do they think about that, man? Y'all little young niggas with the name Chronic.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you how gangster we was. You know what I'm saying? So I was in a group with my cousin, my brother, my cousin Double Lee, my brother Mizzy. We was all in a group, and it was called Chronic. But we got the name Chronic. That came later. We originally started as KWA, Kids with Attitude. So we grew up listening to NWA. So you got to remember, I was born in Yonkers, New York. I was raised in Atlanta, and I got my deal around 10, 11. I was signed to RCA Records, you know what I mean? But we got signed as being a group called KWA, Kids with Attitude. So that just lets you know how much the West Coast influenced me, you know what I'm saying? So after we got our deal, KWA, we started thinking that's when the Chronic came out. That's when Snoop and them came out. So now, remember, I'm such an NWA fan that when Dre broke out and did the Chronic, I'm like, yo, we should call ourselves the Chronic. And my mom like, man, you ain't calling yourself no weed. What you talking about? I'm like, Chronic. Nah, how can we keep Chronic? So I changed it with a K, and I said, kids rapping on new ideas and concepts. So it's called Chronic, KRONIC.
Yeah, did you put the dots in between the motherfuckers?
Yeah, I put the dots in between them. So I came up with the logo, I came up with the name, and we went to the label with it, and they loved it. Kids rapping on new ideas and concepts. You know what I'm saying? We had Naughty by Nature writing for us. We had Biggie writing for us at the time. We had Pudgy the Fat Bastard. We had all these great. Too Short used to write for us. Busta Rhymes used to write for us.
Everybody say I sound like Busta.
Yeah, come on now. Shout out to Busta Bust. Yeah. But that's a lot. But you went back because a lot of people don't know that. Like I came in the game under some greats. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what else? So and then I did a little thing about when it comes to your father.
Right.
All right. Now I know your father's kind of probably played a little big part in
right, of course, a huge part. Shout out to Big Zane.
But I want you to explain it because I know, like you said, he Big Zane, you Lil Zane.
For sure,
you had said this on a couple interviews, like, man, you didn't really kind of like. We gonna get into that, like how they switched the name, but we'll get into that.
Right.
But the whole thing about Big Zane, how was your father so like the piece that got the 10, 11, 12-year-old Lil Zane to get these deals and shit?
I mean, really, honestly, bro, shout out to Big Zane. It was just, my parents playing a part and believing in me. That's really where it starts at. You know what I mean? My Big Zane, my mom, they believed in me. Like, a lot of parents don't believe in their kids. Like your kids say you want to do something, you brush it off. You be like, oh, your kid say he want to be, unless it's a doctor or lawyer, usually we support those things, right?
Yes.
But imagine your kid telling you want to be a rapper. I want to be a rapper, and he's 10. you like, man, sit your ass down somewhere, boy. Go over there and play with your toys or something. But my parents and my pops, you know, my mom, they was like, you know, okay. And I used to go to the salon with my mom. I used to go to the hair salon with her, and I used to rap for all the women at the hair salon. So whatever song was hot at the time, if it was LL Cool J, if it was, you know, whoever song was hot at the time, I would learn that song, practice it at home, and I would come serenade the women at the barbershop. That's where I got my stage presence from going to the barbershops, performing for the women or the salons.
You perform for the women, so
you know what I'm saying?
So
I was
you
10 years old. I was 10 years old. I was
sex
10
symbol.
years old rapping for the women 30, 40 years old in the salon, because those are around the people that get their hair done between, like, when women get like 18 through 35, they big on getting their hair done. So imagine me being, you know, 10, 11 years old. I'm in a salon rapping for women 18, 25, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's where I got my stage presence from. And but Big Zane really just, my parents really just played a part in believing me. But, you know, at 12 years old, 10, 11, 12 years old, I was smart enough to, you know, that's when CDs was out. So when CDs used to come out, you know, they used to have the inside of CD, what you call the what you call it?
What was it called?
What was it? The CD cover. It was the CD cover. It was like the whole packet, the CD packet, the booklet, right?
The booklet.
So I used to be young. You know, I loved to read. You know what I'm saying? I was a little nerd. So I used to love to read, and I used to always see like who the managers was, and I don't know why at 10 years old, 11 years old, I was thinking like that. But I used to see who the managers was and pay attention. So
and then who wrote the song and who did the artwork.
Yeah, so all of that, just studying credits. So then I end up meeting, you know, ABC, the person that managed ABC, Monica at the time.
If y'all don't know what ABC is, that's another bad creation.
ABC I'm raised in Atlanta. So in Atlanta, when you was a kid, you grew up listening to ABC, TLC, you know, stuff like that. Boys to Men, they used to be in Atlanta a lot. BBD,
Escape,
Escape, Jimmy, Crisscross. I grew up in Atlanta when, you know, the first kids that blew up in the game was from Atlanta, really. You know what I'm saying?
Fucking Cross.
So you got to take it back. Why did Lil Zane get on so young? Because Criss Cross, ABC, they showed me as a kid how that kids could really do it. So boom. So let's speed it up. Boom. So I end up, you know, reading the cover, seeing who their manager was, and one day riding in the car with my mom to a salon, I heard on the radio, A.K. Wells this dude named Kevin Wells was gonna be at the talent show, and he managed ABC. I remember from that book his name. I heard his name, and then I'm like, hey, Ma, you got to put me in this talent show. I'm going to win it. You know what I'm saying? So again, she believed that she put me in the talent show, and I won it. And I was and the deal was for a LaFace deal, and it was between my group, Chronic, and Usher.
And I'm gonna tell y'all this. Can I tell y'all this?
Usher ended up beating us. Usher ended up beating us.
And I'm about to put y'all. I'm gonna put y'all like, y'all can actually go find the Chronic video.
Yo, you can go find the Chronic video. Go Google Chronic.
Check him out.
Hey, go to YouTube and put in Chronic. Sometime it bees like that, and you can find my old video. You're gonna laugh your ass off.
Yeah, but it was still. Now
we was gangster though. No, you gonna laugh, but you gonna laugh because we're so young. But when you see that video, you gonna know that I was destined for this shit. Because you see me, I'm super gangstered out in the video. You could tell I listened to a lot of Snoop.
I'm like these.
We got the Loke song, we got the Khaki Suit song. That we actually flew to LA to shoot the video. So growing up, I was West Coast out. So I guess that's where like people come in and they compare me to West Coast artists like Pac or you know what I mean. I always been on that West Coast vibe, even though I'm from Atlanta. You know what I'm saying?
I can tell. Okay, let me ask you this. So now y'all don't know this, but we gonna talk about it.
What's up?
So, and I gotta ask you this because this is one of my favorite rappers. This is actually my favorite rapper in the world.
Who's that?
Tupac.
Okay.
Now, is it a rumor or is it true? But Tupac said gave you kind of a little cosign.
Nah, it's very true. Like I wouldn't call it a cosign. I wouldn't call it a cosign.
What would you call it?
You know, I mean, you could call it a cosign nowadays, but I call it just inspired. You know what I'm saying? Imagine. You know,
he said you remind him of him. Or
you know what I'm
something
saying? Like imagine. You know, I don't know if you remember back in the day, it was this thing called Jack the Rapper back in Atlanta, right?
Man,
so it was a
come on
it was a
now.
convention called Jack the Rapper.
Yeah.
So I was probably one of the only kids, me and the group Chronic, you know, we got invited to Jack the Rapper. We had a deal at the time. So, you know, a lady by the name of Mary Jo Moore that was working with us on like the management side, and she was working with us on the management side, but she was also, you know, working with RCA. She was like a, you know, maybe like a she was our point person for the label. So basically, she knew Pac. She called Pac over when we were down in the lobby of the I think we were at the Hyatt. You know what I mean? If I'm correct, it was the Hyatt downtown.
The Hyatt Regency.
Yeah, they used to have the Jack the Rappers at the Hyatt. So wherever they used to have it at, we were in the lobby. This is the same time where Snoop and Luke and them got into that big fight at Jack the Rapper. So Death Row and Luke and the Miami
talk about
niggas.
that much no more.
So we was there for all that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just a kid. Keep in mind, I'm a kid. I'm like 10 years older this time. So boom, she called Pac over. You know, me and my group there. She said, hey, this my group Chronic I'm working with. You know, he was like, okay, there's some fly niggas. But he was like, let me hear y'all rap. You know, at the time, my cousin and my brother, you know, not to put them on the spot, but I think if you could say it, be honest, I think they kind of either just wasn't as eager as me at the time, or they kind of froze up, right? So, so I stepped up to the plate, and this is Pac. So I stepped up to the plate and I started rapping for him. You know what I'm saying? I just started kicking some shit. And after he heard it, he was like, you know, maybe he was jokingly saying or whatever, but he was just like, yo, this nigga remind me of me growing up. And I took that as a kid being 10, 11.
Oh, nigga, I'm running with that.
You hearing Pac say that?
I'm running with that.
So now from that day on, I'm just, you know, I'm studying Pac. I'm just trying to be the youngest version of the greatest rapper ever, you know what I'm saying? And then I met Biggie too. Remember I told you Biggie, we was actually in the studio and Biggie was writing some stuff or working on some songs with us at the time, and we were trying to work the numbers out, whatever. But if I can remember correctly, at the time Biggie was willing to write 3 songs for us for $30,000, and the label was like, nah, that's too much. But this was before he was really Biggie, you know what I'm saying?
But at the end of the man,
so keep it so speed
I know
it up.
you hot
so
about
speed
that
it up.
now.
So speed it up. So now I'm at the Roxy, you know, in Atlanta. They still got the Roxy. My group is opening up for Biggie. You know, we're opening up for Biggie. People don't know, like Chronic was opening up for Biggie, but we kids. But that's how gangster we was. Like we opening up for Biggie. Biggie had Who Shot You, Separate, whatever songs Biggie was, we was opening up for Biggie, right? So, and you know, when you're doing concerts, you try to line opening acts up kind of with the main act, like making sure they got the same kind of like music. You're not gonna put Kirk Franklin in front of Chris Brown at a show. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna let Franklin open up because he's too different.
It's too different.
Think about that at the time. They had these little kids opening up for Biggie. You know what I'm saying? So that just lets you know where the image was, right? So boom, backstage, my dumb ass being that eager little kid, I walk up to Biggie, right? He got the mic in his hand, the stage right there. He's behind the door. He's like behind the wall.
He about to come
He about
out.
to go out. So here come my little short ass. I tug on his pants and I'm like, hey man, me and my group want to do a song with you, man. You should do a song with us. He looked at me. He was like, I ain't even heard you rap yet, kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, how I'm going to do a song with you? I ain't even heard you rap yet. And then his shit started and he just walked out on stage. So I'm sitting there like, this motherfucker, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm a kid.
But in his mind, he probably thinking
he
like,
didn't do nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to Biggie. But as a kid, it's like, I ain't even heard you rap yet, kid. Watch out. Boom, and he walk off. That's the last image I got of Biggie. Now I meet Pac on the flip end. And I'm like, yo, Pac, like, let me rap. Let me hear you rap. Then you rap for Pac. Then he like, oh, these niggas remind me of me growing up. Boom. I took that as a kid, and I'm like, so now I'm writing harder, nigga. I'm writing, you know what I'm saying?
You try to get that,
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my dog, rest in peace, man, Young Noble, because just like Young Noble said, he wasn't really writing. If you listen to the interviews Young Noble talk about, he wasn't really writing, but when Pac heard him rap, Pac got mad, like, nigga, you should have been doing this shit. Then I want you to be the hardest nigga. I want you to out-rap all these niggas. Then any of the outlaws will tell you Noble had the most songs. He just had an interview. EDI just posted the other day. Shout out, happy birthday to EDI. You know, he was like, dog, out of all these niggas, Noble's work ethic was crazy. So that's how much influence Pac had over niggas, is what I'm trying to tell you.
And let me ask you this question, because let me tell you, in this room right now, we would have loved to even meet the nigga.
Come on, man.
But for the nigga
I don't went to
to
Pox.
basically
I don't went to
come and
Pox.
say
Look, I done
something
been
to
to
you,
Pox
nigga?
mom house. One time the Outlaws pulled up on me. I was in Atlanta doing something. I was just at some store or something. Niggas pulled up on me in a black truck. Like, yo, Pox mom wants you to come see her tonight and come by yourself. And I'm like, oh shit. So she
Damn.
was staying in Stone Mountain. I'm in Stone Mountain, Georgia at the
Stone Mountain,
time.
Georgia, yeah,
so
yeah. I know what
he was
Stone
like,
Mountain
I forgot which outlaw it was, but they was like, yo, Pac's mom want to meet you. Come by yourself. So keep in mind, I'm hearing everything going on. I'm knowing what's going on. I'm like, damn, she probably want to meet a nigga to see like who these people saying remind her of her son. You know what I'm saying? Or trying to be like her son, whatever you want to say. So I go over there because I ain't got nothing to hide. So I go over there. I pull up on Pac's mom by myself. It's like 9, 10 o'clock at night. You know, if anybody ever been to Pac's mom house back in the day, rest in peace to Anthony Shakur. You know, when I pulled up, the driveway like 5 minutes long, bro, and it's in the woods. So I'm pulling up.
Oh, nigga, I would have been out there motherfucker. Shit.
I'm pulling up. I'm by myself, nigga. I'm smoking some of that good. I'm already paranoid.
Hell yeah, nigga.
So I get there.
Black Panther?
So once you go through this long ass driveway, you know what I'm saying, back into the woods, then it opens up to like this beautiful crib, and you know she's sitting on this bench. The barbecue's going. She's smoking a cigarette. I get out. I sit on the bench with her. She introduced me to the family. You know, I think while she's smoking a cigarette, I think I was smoking a blunt or something like that. And she was just, you know, telling me how much she appreciated me, you know, keeping her son name alive. And, you know, just, you know, she wanted to meet me just to see what the talk was about. And she liked me as a person, you know what I mean? And was on some like, you know, like, I see you ain't trying to be like my son. I'm like, nah, just like the world.
Yeah.
He touched me just like everybody else. But I just, you know, I can't help it that, you know, my voice sounds similar or whatever. I don't wake up trying to be somebody else. I love my life, nigga. I love who I am.
Nigga,
like, Lil Zane is that nigga. I've been that nigga since I was high school, junior high. Like, I get hoes, nigga, like whatever. I got a wife now.
Nigga.
I got a wife now. But, you know, I'm the nigga that had. Anybody could tell you, I'm the nigga that was 4 foot, 5 foot in high school, and I always had the 6 foot light skinned chick. You know what I'm saying? The confidence always been there.
Yeah.
I was a fighter in school, constantly fighting every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I really fight bullies. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when people try to, you know, I call myself bully me or say anything like, you know, my reference to, you know, anybody that compare me to. First of all, I feel like I sound like myself. But if you're gonna compare me to somebody, compare me to the great. And then it's like I took it even further, and you know, not only did he inspire me, but I went back and I did songs with the Outlaws. I went back and I had conversations with his mom. I had conversations with Suge. You know, I walked up to Suge one time at the BET Awards like, hey, bro, you got a problem with me, dog? Because niggas, I don't want you to think, like, I forgot what I said.
Damn,
but,
that nigga,
but the niggas, the
Suge.
people I was with was kind of, we was at a BET Award, and the people I was with was kind of worried about, you know, we was popping at the time, and a lot of people was like, oh, this like the baby Pac. He remind me of Pac, whatever. And the niggas I was with was getting wind that, you know, some of the niggas from Death Row or some of the niggas from the West Coast had a problem, whatever. And I'm the type just to address shit, dog. I don't got no fear in my heart. And I love Suge and I love Death Row. I grew up on these niggas, so if you a fan of some shit, I ain't running for. I want to be with them niggas. So I walked up to Suge. You know, I'm crazy. Remember, I'm always walking up to niggas. I walked up to Biggie. I grabbed him. Remember, I walked up when I met Pac. I'm the nigga that rap for him. So I've always been a confrontational. I ain't gonna say confrontational, but I confront shit. You know what I'm saying? So
as you should.
So I went up to Suge and I'm like, "What's up, big dog?" You know what I'm saying? All love, like, man, what's up? You got a problem with me, man? Like, people say I remind them of, like, I don't know what I said, but I was like, "Do you got a problem with me doing the type of shit I'm doing?" Like, he was like, his exact words was, "Nigga, I love that shit. Nigga, keep doing what you doing, young nigga." You know what I'm saying? And we left it at that. Like, and to this day, you know, I'm shout out to Big Mike. Suge called Big Mike and I'm with him. He asked to speak to me. You know what I'm saying? So when you got niggas like that really love Pac too, and I got songs at the Outlaws, and again, rest in peace to Noble.
Young Noble,
you know, it's like what can someone tell you? Like, and I know I don't get up every day. I love my life. Like I said, like, I'm 40 movies in. I write for niggas. Like,
and we gonna get to that.
You know what I'm saying? So
we
it's
gonna
like,
get to that.
So I get. It's like I smile, cause you gotta remember, I'm a nigga, I like attention anyway. So if you telling me I sound like the greatest, I'm over here smiling. Like,
Yeah.
like whatever it take to make you listen, nigga, that's what it's gonna be. So if you know me, I take every bad thing and try to flip it to good. You know what I'm saying? Like if you say it's cold outside, nigga, it's like shit, put a jacket on. It's like I'm not gonna complain. I'm gonna flip. Anything you give me, that's why I'm on the best reality show now. Cause I could laugh at my pain, you know what I'm saying? I could go through some shit and put it out there on TV in front of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Every story I ever told, always been the same. I never changed the story up.
Well, I want to ask you something. Okay, now y'all might not know this, but I'm about to let these listeners know.
You got me in here
don't.
preaching. You got me in here preaching. I like this interview.
Hey, nigga.
I hope the people out there can appreciate this interview because y'all get some real
some
spill,
genuine
you know,
shit,
some
nigga.
genuine shit.
Fuck yeah. So this is what I want to say. Now, if we gonna get to that part, but first,
talk to me.
I want to say this right here. So how was it when everything kind of happened, and we gonna really get to it,
right?
But how was it, man, when you end up getting, because this really changed Lil Zane. This is when Lil Zane became that nigga. Like you finna, this who you fucking with.
Tell me at this point. When did I become that nigga? Tell me this point, dog.
I'm saying, so I remember this song coming out.
Right.
I can't remember the year, but
right.
I think it was around what? Was it 98, 99? And I think he was like 16 or 17.
Right.
112.
Okay.
Yeah.
112. Yeah.
Had a song called Anywhere.
Oh yeah. Shout out to 112. Those my guys right there.
Yeah.
Shout out to the guys, man.
Yeah, Slim and all them. Now I remember when I first heard that song.
Okay.
So I'm like, everybody like, oh yeah, man, we got Lil Zane feature on the song, boom, boom. I'm a kid.
Right.
Now y'all gotta remember, I know you're a little
we was
young.
both kids.
Yeah, we both kids. This is the Cedar World and the box.
Oh, the box. He said the box. Ooh. Y'all don't know nothing about the box. Y'all young niggas don't know nothing about the box.
See,
man.
He 25. He 25.
He ain't know nothing about the box.
Yeah.
Niggas is babies, man.
Yeah. The box. So I remember when that song came out. Now, you know, we kids. We still kids,
right,
nigga.
Right.
And
I'm a kid at heart, man.
Yeah, and you 16, 17 years old, and you get on this song, which was one of the...
17, about to be 18.
18, yeah.
And
this was a big group off Bad Boy.
Right.
And the video, first and foremost.
Crazy.
Crazy.
The video
was like... That was BT Uncut.
I think that's the first time.
Shit.
I think that video was the first time I had ever been in a strip club. We made that strip club, so I was like, "This what that shit like?" Like that.
And you know what? I think everybody was the anticipation because we knew Lil Zane from a young cat. Then we knew Lil Zane was doing some stuff, but when that motherfucker came on and you came in that motherfucker and you started flowing, I think everybody was like. This nigga. 112 saying to you, what kind of feeling did it bring to you? I pump hard to you, say I'm being mean to
listen.
you. I know the ice really bling to you. A true player, what I seen to you. If you want it, we could do it in the Black 500 with the top. Damn.
Wow.
What are you talking about?
Hey.
What up with that?
Honestly, bro, from day one, I was just living, I was just rapping what I was living, bro. I was rapping what I was living. You know what I'm saying? I just got blessed a new rollie. For my label, I had rolled in the drop top 500 going to the studio, you know. So I went to the studio. We was in the drop top 500. When I got to the studio, I heard the beat, and then you know, they was like, "You like the beat?" I'm like, "Yeah." So they was like, "Go take it home and write to it." So we left the studio, and you know, riding back to the house in the drop top 500. You know what I mean? S500. It was SL 500. It was an SL 500, and got to the crib, put the beat on. I wrote that song in like 10, 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? 10, 15 minutes. Before my manager got out the parking lot, I was already calling him like, yo, come back and get me. You know what I'm saying? And he came back and gave me. And I was just like, he let me hear it. And I'm like, I was sitting on the floor. I was sitting on the floor in my bedroom writing a rap. So that's why I got from the bedroom to the floor. Let you know a nigga miss you and now toe. You know what I'm saying? So I had never been on tour before yet. So I was just visualizing this shit. You know what I'm saying? When I tongues touch, have a player think it's so much. Roll a Dutch, let me tell you what turns me on.
Well, 112
you know
saying to you. What kind of feeling do you bring
I don't even
to
think
you?
I said play. I think I said have a nigga think it's so much. And I think when they when they made the clean version, it made it sound like I said player. You know what I'm saying? I thought I said player. I'm like, I don't remember saying that shit. Like, I remember when that shit came out, I heard the clean version. I'm like, I never said player.
I never said player.
Let me tell you, it turns me on. 112 scene to you, kind of feel it do a brain to you. I couldn't say fuck, so I said I pump hard.
Oh, that's why you said the ice rolling.
I pump hard, so you say I'm being mean to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I pump hard, like, I'm gonna beat it up so bad you're gonna think I'm being you being mean to me.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know the ice rolly gleam to you. I just had bought the ice rolly.
What I seen to
and I ain't even buy it. I ain't gonna cap. My label got it for me, so I was like, I know the ice rolly gleam to you. True players, what I seen to you. And if you want it, we could do it in the black 500 with the top down. And overdrive when we ride, cause I'm hot now.
You got me going on. Think I want to stop now.
Feeling like a criminal on lockdown. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my niggas locked. That's
Hey, what you say on that last part? Want to get away to
get away. Cause I'm from the ghetto. I'm from I'm hood, baby. So let's get away to get away. You getting high, baby. Please don't melt away. That was just talk. That was a slick talk. I got a crib on the beach, Paul Meadoway. I remember riding through Fort Lauderdale one time, and it was a street called Paul Meadoway. So I'm like, shit, I got a crib on the beach, Paul Meadoway. And it's your personal key to see me every day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and that's just 15 minutes just going crazy, but you know,
that song came out,
that's from life experience.
And I'm telling you, that's when I kind of got a load of really, I knew a little, but that right there,
and you gotta remember, I was 17. You know what I'm saying? Like I was real freaky for my age, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like at 14, I was dating a 28-year-old. At 14, my girlfriend was 28. You know what I'm saying? So she taught me a lot of things, you know what I mean?
Disclaimer, we can't say that name.
So we can't, you know what
I mean? I did one for a nigga in New York. Oh man, let me do it. So I'm like, nigga, you can't hop on a plane,
I'm struggling with this drink, so I'm gonna cover it up.
Just turn it on the
I know y'all watching me like, man, when is he gonna put that drink down,
nigga.
Man? Listen, I know, man. Chill out.
Yeah, nigga. Hey, first thing I can hear now. So this is vitamin water. We seen that on your.
Oh no.
I'm like, oh shit, nigga.
Now this item in water. I covered the V up. I covered the V up.
We good.
This item in water.
Hey, he said item. Hey, I don't know.
This item in water.
It might be what we gotta have though.
Now I got a water company called Unwind though, so I should have had mine.
You should have brought it, man.
But I was rushing because I didn't want to be late, dog. Because now I'm on some like boss shit. It's like if you on time, you late. You know what I'm saying? So
well, you see, I got the. You got the heat level radio.
You got that fancy shit. Yeah. It's a nice little. I'm taking this one.
I got you, man. Those, Hell yeah, man. I'm gonna give you one. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you. Okay, now, I did my research, so you already know.
Oh, I'm gonna call you Inspector Gadget, man. Listen, he know too much, man.
Right, so we gonna go on your
Sherlock Holmes,
and we gonna come back to the bad boy thing.
Right.
We gonna come back to that.
Let's come back to it.
All right, but okay. So coming with your first. I'm gonna say it's really your first solo album.
Right.
What was it?
Young World of Future.
World of Future.
Right.
Now, Future, you want the first.
Young World of Future.
we ain't gonna get. You want the first. Somebody else was talking about the Future before you. But anyways, so now when that album came out and you come with the hit "Calling Me,"
right?
When you had some other songs on there. But I know "Calling Me" was one of the biggest. That one hit the charts.
Right.
If I ain't mistaken, I think you charted, was it 13 or 20? I can't remember, but it was one of them that it charted.
Calling Me was number one on the
on the R&B,
top 100 rap, top
100 rap. But I think
work.
on the straight Billboard it was like 13 or 20. Like the
man, I never looked at that. I saw that number one. I just
the rest.
I just stuck to that.
Yeah.
I saw the number one. Yeah. I was like, hey, we number one. Fuck all that other shit.
Fuck all that other shit. Because you know how Billboard do it. They do it like the top 100, top 200 rap.
Right.
And it's
all I cared about is them number one rapper, number one rapper. That's me. That's all I cared about.
So having a number one hit, and then you having the song "Calling Me" with 112.
Right.
You was at the height. You were riding.
Right.
You the hottest young nigga.
Right.
Yeah, we had Bow Wow. But like you and Bow Wow, we gonna get to that.
Right.
But anyway.
Why you say it like that?
I'm just saying we gonna get to it.
Nah, shout about. I ain't got no problem about.
I know y'all good.
Yes, the homie. Yeah.
I just know, when y'all was some youngsters, y'all,
Yeah, man.
too
growing
young.
Up, growing up,
so,
Having
the number one record, because I know that Bow Wow was really kind of like your competition.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, having that #1 record, you was the guy.
I wouldn't say Bow Wow was competition. We was in 2 different markets, I think.
Yeah, well, you can say that. You might think y'all was in 2 different markets, but when we growing up and we see Lil Zane.
I think y'all just saw the littles and y'all put us together.
You might, yeah, because guess what? We looked at, and I'm going to tell you what kind of made it maybe a little more. When y'all did Hardball,
right,
and it was Lil Zane, Lil Bow Wow, Lil Sammy, and Lil Wayne. When y'all kind of did that, which I think was
how I looked at it was Jermaine. You had Jermaine, who was the hottest producer.
Yeah, so
You had Sammy, who was the hottest kid.
Singer,
So he brought the R&B. You had Wayne. Wayne had the streets. You know what I'm saying? You had Zane. Zane had the hoes. You know what I'm saying? Had the women. You know what I'm saying? You can't deny that.
That's you and Bow Wow.
No, it's the Huss. The Huss. There's the new young niggas. They don't say hoes no more. They say the Huss.
Okay.
They had the Huss. The Hoss. The Huss.
The Huss.
I be on my TikTok slave. Look. And then and of course Bow Wow. You know, at the time he had the kids. Bow Wow had the kids.
Yeah.
Bow Wow had the kids. Now Bow Wow,
a little younger than
Bow
us.
Wow had the album Lil Zane probably should have had because you know my image was great, boom boom, but my mouth was filthy. My mouth was filthy, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So you get my first album. That shit so gangster.
So let me ask you this. So when you think, okay, so when you come out with that album, and it's that single that the first. Let's rewind back before the album comes out.
Okay.
You got that #1 single.
Right.
And it is going crazy.
Right.
And what I don't understand now that I'm older,
right,
why did they take so long to drop your album?
Man, I think that's a question I used to ask too, but
because think about it, it wasn't like it was almost like 2 years or something like that?
No, I don't think it was that long. I think it was about a year.
About a year and a half?
It felt like it.
But why did it take so long for them to drop you? Because in my mind, this is how I'm looking at it now.
Right.
If I got this cat that got a #1, and I know they was probably trying, because it's the industry.
Right.
So I know they was trying to get so much out of that
I don't
song.
think it had to do with the label at that time. If I can explain it, you know, I think at the time it was just I was coming off 2 hot records. Well, 3 hot records. You had Money Stretch. You had Anywhere. Then you had Calling Me. That's three. Damn near. You know, I don't know if Money Stretch went #1, but I was on the B side of We Can Do It. Put Your Back Into It.
Yeah.
I was on the B side of that, so it was a big record. Then coming off of Anywhere, double platinum. Then coming off of Calling Me. I think that I was on tour so much. I went on a 50-city tour with Whitney Houston and 112. I was the first rapper to do that, you know, tour with Whitney Houston and open up for her. So I think I was touring so much and the record was so big that, and I was moving around so much that we wasn't taking time to really go in the studio and record the album every day like you should be doing.
Yeah.
It was like, all right, when we get off tour, we're going to get in the studio.
So are you putting it on yourself in a way?
I wouldn't put it on myself because at the time I was a kid. That was a label's job. Like being me having a label now, I know that they should have. You know, the album was damn near done, but it was just that we were traveling so much and we were getting so much money off of shows. I think my manager at the time was just like, let's keep working. We getting this money. You know what I mean? You had a lot of niggas in my pockets at the time. You know what I'm saying? So they was probably worried more about, you know, getting the now money instead of worried about finishing the album.
And just sidebar, did you meet Whitney Houston?
Of course. Man, I got songs with Bobby Brown.
What kind of soul did that woman have?
Man, she was amazing, man. She was amazing. Yeah. You know, I done toured Whitney for 50 cities. You know, I used to, you know, me and her goddaughter used to date back in the day. So I've been real tied into Whitney for a long time.
We gonna get on that.
You know, me and Bobby got, you know, 3-4 songs together. I done went to Bobby Brown house, recorded hella songs with him.
Shout out to Bobby Brown,
Shout out to Bobby, the OG, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, hella memories with them. But I think that's where it was a good thing, you know, to be on tour with Whitney Houston. Of course, I'll push the album back. You know what I'm saying? Like the album kept getting put because they kept adding them dates. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So, but like you said, most of the time back in the day when they put singles out, they would put the singles out and they'll leave it out. Say they might print up 50,000 copies. After them 50,000 copies is gone, they'll put out the album and make you buy the rest of the album. Remember, they used to put a single out and put it on the album to make you buy it. Now it's just a lot of singles. Everybody, because nobody's really buying albums
no more.
But for all y'all young people that's watching, at the time they used to put one single out, or they put like a certain amount of records out. Once they were gone, they'll make people go buy the album. This thing didn't happen with Calling Me. They kept pressing them singles up. So it got to the point where we at like 325,000, 400,000 singles sold. And I'm like, yo, we need to drop this album. We need to put it out. So, you know, I feel like that's what made the album take so long. Do you think that it's gold now though? The album's gold. It's like about the album's probably 100,000 away from being platinum. So I was thinking about doing a road to platinum party. That's
actually it is that last time that when I checked it, I think it was 947,000. I think it was.
That's dope. That's dope. And you should, so last time because it's probably like about a year ago I checked, year or two ago I checked. So since I did the Love and Hip Hop, since I started,
it might be like probably gonna be platinum in the next.
Since I did Love and Hip Hop, since I did BMF, I've been out there more. You know, my music's been getting a lot more spin. So
shout out to you on BMF because you know I watch that
Shout out to 52, man. Happy birthday, 50. Happy belated. But that's what it was, man. I feel like that's why I started doing. I shot a new video for Calling Me. Because people don't know, today is this year is the 25th anniversary of Calling Me, 2000. Of my first album. My first album came out 2000. So this would be the 25th year. So what I did this year was I shot a new video to an old song.
And let me ask you a question about that video, nigga. Yeah. You know you know what I'm finna go to.
Right.
This nigga, if y'all ain't went to see it, go see it. This nigga, I don't know where you found that payphone at, by the way.
Right.
I don't know where the fuck you found
Shout
that.
the Purple Shell, man. Shout the Purple Shell.
So, was that a real payphone?
Yeah, it's a real payphone. Yeah.
And I guess when you was rapping on it, did you accidentally pull that motherfucker out?
When
you was walking and it
I think maybe moving around, I pulled it out.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Was like,
and then it was just I went into creative mode and was just like, fuck it, let's I just keep it in my hand and just do rap with the phone in your hand. It's like off the chain, off the hook, you know what I'm saying? Like, long distance, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so I was
trying to think of all shit like that. Like, and I knew people was gonna talk about that. I knew because when I broke it, I'm like, damn, I could fake it. I could have tried to fix it, but I was like, nah, let's keep that bitch off the hook. Like, that's how crazy they calling me. They done broke the phone. Like, so many calls coming in, I done broke the damn phone. Like, and I felt like that was a genius. I think out of everything, that's what people talk about. Like, this motherfucker got the phone. They done broke the phone. Like,
and if y'all don't know, that's kind of actually how we got here. Because I kind of put it on my page. And that's actually how we got here.
Shout out to my dog too.
Coming back and he bringing a new video, and that's actually
that was a bold move, man. Like, really, as an artist, like
25 years.
That was a bold move because if I would have did that song and I looked dusty as hell, or if I just looked like out of shape or something, like, it was such a big song for Lil Zane that I felt like most artists wouldn't want to touch their classics. A lot of artists that don't put out music anymore, that's classic artists, is because they're scared that if they put something new out and people don't take to it, they think that it'll ruin their catalog. Yeah. So if you love it, because a lot of these old artists, like 112 right now, 112 can tour for the rest of their life, right? 112 got hits, 3 albums, 4 albums in. Off those 4 albums, they could tour for the people like let's just name some groups from back.
Drew Hill.
Let's say Drew Hill, someone like that. Jodeci. Yeah. They could tour for the rest of their life off of their hits. The moment how this world works now, the moment you try to put out something new and it doesn't do as good with the times that's going on now, it's like the world look at it as, oh, it failed. They didn't do as good as that album they just put out. They ain't hot no more. So then those artists feel like it's gonna affect now. Yesterday you would have went and bought a Drew Hill, not shot a Drew Hill, but you would have went and bought a Drew Hill or 112 album. But now, since they just put this new album out, it didn't do so good. People got a perception that they're not the thing no more. That's what a lot of artists, when you see why these artists don't put out new albums, is because they feel like they don't want to lose their fan base trying to do something new. So they're rather just, if I'm already getting 100,000 a show touring off this old shit, why do anything else?
Yeah.
You gotta look at it. Yeah. That's how artists think. I have these conversations all the time, and they look at me like I continue to put out new music, and it's like, why? It's because I didn't get to the point, and I'm not stuck at the point where I feel like my new shit's not creative enough where I can't do nothing new. So that's why I say when I did Calling Me, it was a bold statement, because if you take my new video compared to my old video, it damn near looked the same. You know what I'm saying? If I would have been, you know, I don't really know what it is, but if anything would have been different, because you gotta remember that was a fan favorite from Lil Zane. So I feel like I knew I had to give him something special. The whole Calling Me video in the original, I never had a phone. I never had a phone in the video the whole time.
The whole time.
Like who? If you think about
but
that,
if you think about it, the song was that good.
But if you think about
nobody
it,
gave a fuck that you didn't have
there wasn't a phone in the whole video.
I don't even think it was a beeper in that motherfucker.
And I'm gonna tell you how crazy artists gotta get out their own head. Look, when they called me to do that song, when they called me and said we want to do a viral video with the phone booth, with Calling Me, I was like, nah. I said we should do my new shit. I said we should do something new. Like, I ain't stuck in the past. I had that attitude. Shout out to Purple Shell and Son of a Gun, because they was like, nah, dog, got the phone booth, Calling Me. That was a classic. Like, you gotta do it.
You gotta do it.
So, dog, I called him, like, just like I did this interview with you. I called him, was like, had my publicist call him, like, hey, tell him if I can't do my new stuff, I don't want to do nothing. Like, I don't want to do nothing. She called him and told him that. They was like, yo, let me speak to him. Dog, this gonna be so viral if you do this. So I had to get out my own head. So even going to the shoot, I had an attitude, cause I'm a man of my word. So if I say I'm coming, I'm coming. But I wasn't really happy. Like, man, they should let me do my new shit. Like, why I'm using this opportunity to do some old shit, right?
Shit, yeah.
That's how my attitude was, being honest with y'all watching. Now I get there, I see the phone booth. I'm like, oh, that shit hard. I like that. Then the outfit I had on happened to match. We went to set up in one place.
So you didn't plan that?
No, we went to set up in one place and they kicked us out. It was like it was an empty parking lot. We just gonna put the phone booth in the middle of an empty parking lot, but it really wasn't no view or nothing like that. So luckily the dude came and they kicked us out. It was like, this a private parking lot. So we left. So we driving around the corner looking for a spot, and we run into the graffiti wall.
Yeah.
So now I look at the outfit I got on. I look at the graffiti wall. I look at the phone booth. I'm like, this gonna look crazy. So we put the phone booth right there. I got in front of the phone booth. When I seen that playback after we did the first take, and I seen that playback, I was like, oh, this about to go crazy. And then what was so dope about it, because people don't know, I run 5 miles a day. I do 500 push-ups a day. I do 500 sit-ups a day. I do this every day, like, except for one day a week. So to be able to pull that off and the fans still love it like they did when I first dropped it. Because the fans will tell you. The fans would be like, oh, this nigga, oh, he look washed up. Oh, this nigga look at the. If you see the comments, all the comments is like, yo, it reminds me of my past. It's nostalgic.
Yes.
I feel like I'm watching a 2000 video.
Yep.
It's just because a nigga kept himself up so good, not just physically, but mentally, spiritually.
Mind, body, and soul, baby.
You still see that same kid that you seen in the first video.
You
a lot of artists, and it's getting deep right here on this, because a lot of artists, like, we lose that flair, because the industry they spit these artists out and they drain you. That, 5 years in the game, an artist look 50 years old. You know what I'm saying? I think I did a great job and don't get enough credit for how I just maintained my presence through all of that. You know what I'm saying? Losing the money, getting the money, losing the deal, getting it back. I still kept my look up. I still kept. Now I might have not had the $100,000 chain on every day, but you know what I'm saying. I still had I kept a nice little, 6-pack. I kept a nice little.
And I'm glad.
I might have had a Lamborghini, but I kept me a little Benz. Like, I kept up with the times.
You know what's so
everywhere.
crazy? I'm glad that you said that.
A lot of artists don't do that too.
Because a lot, like.
And I feel like if you're gonna say anything about Lil Zane, you could pick out the bad stuff. You could pick out a million bad things you want to pick up. If you really not a hater and you look at everything, your boy had longevity. I was always, when I was younger, I was always thinking about where I'm gonna be 20 years from now. Like, and the first thing I said is, well, at least I want to still look young. So
I can tell you this:
Hey,
at 20 years from now, I didn't think I'd be sitting doing an interview with Lil Zane.
Come on, dog.
You know what I mean?
Hey, I said that to myself. I was like, okay, you can't always be young. You can't always, but at least I could look young. I was just like, shit, let me run every day. Like, you see, these artists now. I love Charlie Wilson because Charlie Wilson.
Still making hits.
He looked good up there, bro. Ron Isley, you know what I'm saying? The Isley brothers.
But yes.
They look good up there. You could tell they just kept themselves together. Keith Sweat.
Oh, yeah.
He looks great.
And actually, his song that got brought back to life by a white guy on the Carnival cruise ship.
Yo, come on now.
Nobody.
So I'm naming to y'all artists that I personally feel like Mario, he looks like
shout out to Mario.
If Mario did You Should Let Me Love You, and he shot a new video for it right now, we would love it just like we did when it first came out because he looks the same. Like you could just tell he kept himself up.
And so I want to ask you this because a lot of people don't know this either. So you could have signed with Bad Boy,
right?
Now,
right.
All right. So because first I want to, and we ain't really gotta go too much in it, but we at the point where Diddy was found not guilty.
Yeah, my dog beat the feds. My dog beat the feds, dog. Hey. For anybody that beat the feds, dog. When I went on Tasha K, shout out to Tasha K. When I went on Tasha K, I told her, Diddy never did nothing to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
facts.
Shout out to 52. I know my boys got a little problem, but I stay out of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Diddy never did nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm. I don't want to see nobody in jail that no person this color in jail. Like he beat the feds, bro.
Yeah, he did beat the feds.
Yeah.
So a lot of the stuff that they said about him, hey, not guilty or nothing. You know what I'm saying? We gotta leave it at that.
Now I'm anxious to see who gonna jump back on the bandwagon.
Shit.
That's what's crazy. That's what's crazy. I'm watching to see.
I just said that
I ain't see nobody in the court with my nigga.
Man,
I ain't see nobody in the court with my nigga. So I want to see.
I was just talking to motherfucker about it. I said when he was naming them names out before he got arrested, saying all these motherfuckers are supposed to be my peoples. Now the nigga done beat them charges. Who? The motherfuckers that left, who gon' really no shot to Jamie, but that ain't Jamie Foxx. What's
up, that
man?
Case should have showed you that this industry ain't no friends, man.
Ain't no friends,
man. You on an island by yourself. Like they say when you date a woman, like she ain't yours, she just yours right now. You know what I'm saying? Like when you dating just one of them, every guy want to go for the Instagram girl. She yours, but she just yours for the moment. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you this.
That's how friends is.
When you could have signed with Diddy,
right?
When you couldn't sign, you had it.
I mean, why do that when I had both? But
that's why I want to ask you.
I had the best of both worlds already.
Do you regret it? Do you think that you should have signed with Bad Boy?
I don't regret nothing I did. I feel like, it was a decision I made off of just, I'm a loyal person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So somebody I was loyal to introduced me to Diddy, and they were friends. They're really friends. So the moment you would have jumped ship like that, you show everybody how you only care about the money.
Hypothetically speaking,
right?
Because we ain't gonna say that loyalty is what's up.
No, but even this, I told Diddy in the meeting, and he'll tell you this. I said, yo, Diddy, when I got bought in the, basically my boy, my man K Wells brought me in the meeting with Puff, and he was like, yo, Puff want to talk to you. Boom. So Puff was like, I want you to sign with Bad Boy, but I'm gonna let you make the decision.
Yeah.
I guess he wanted to hear what I said, because if he asked my boy was probably like, nah, he gonna sign to me. But I guess Puff was like, let him say it for himself. So when I got in the room, it was just say you Puff and say you K Wells. They was just sitting like that. And Puff was like, I want you to sign how Puff talk, I want you to sign the Bad Boy, you know what I'm saying? Boom, boom. And I was like, yo, Puff, no disrespect. I appreciate everything y'all do for me, you know what I mean? But I was like, if I have a problem with you, I gotta come all the way to New York. I gotta look for you. You got 1 million lawyers. You know what I'm saying?
I can't just go talk to you.
I was like, I know this nigga. I know where this nigga stay at. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta pull up that nigga house.
I was on some hood shit. I was on some like, I don't have the money to deal with you and fight you, but I got enough money to fight this nigga right here. So, I was thinking like that. Honestly, when I turned the Bad Boy deal down, that's honestly what I was thinking. I was thinking about loyalty, but I was also thinking, because you got to foresee problems. It's like people say it's not gonna be a problem, but when they pop up, it's like, who realistically do I feel like is gonna be easier to battle? You see how all them artists is going through battling Puff when they trying to get when they trying to do anything. I can't do nothing because they all blamed it on Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I experienced a little bit of that when me and Dude kind of separated. He had a lot of friends. Like I said, he had a lot of friends in the industry, and I feel like a lot of them was being loyal to him and was not trying to really touch me. But after a while, that died out. After a while, that died out because he wasn't as big as Diddy. You get what I'm saying? So, I feel like I made the best decision because, even Mace, shout out to Mace, what he was going through. Mace could have been put music out, but he was like, man, Diddy got me held up, whatever.
Yeah, he couldn't
allegedly.
do
You gotta say allegedly. But I just seen, like you seen, the stories of the artists, and I feel like that's what lawyers is for. When you sign something, you sign what you sign. So you can't blame it on Diddy, or anybody. But I feel like at the end of the day, I made the best decision because I went with a decision where we could own something.
Lil Zane, that's for me to think about it. Just Lil Zane with Bad Boy, and I'm just going about because I listen to your music,
right?
And in my mind,
right.
Personally, this is just a personally thing, right? Because I'm a hip hop head.
Talk to me.
I don't think you would have. I don't think you would have. I don't think you fitted in Bad Boy. I don't think that. I don't know. I don't think that.
I think I was with the crew I was supposed to be with.
That's what I'm saying.
I think it happened how it's supposed to happen. Like, Puff was nothing but supportive of what I was trying to do. We did a remix. None Tonight. Me and Puff did the remix.
None Tonight. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was like that's why I said, and that's why I said it was the best of both worlds. It's like, I know Diddy had love for my man, so he gonna help him anyway. You get what I'm saying? Like, a real friend gonna help him anyway. Diddy had a lot to do with us getting our deal. He kind of co-signed. He went to Priority and kind of co-signed our deal, whatever. Boom. So just knowing how the streets work, I knew they was friends. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, shit, I'm gonna be loyal. Plus, I'm gonna already be able to do songs with these niggas because they friends. So I felt like I had the best of both worlds. You know what I'm saying?
Now I'm about to get on there. I'm a hood nigga. Now we finna hood this shit out. All right, so my nigga got into Fighting Temptations. Let's talk about. All right, hold on, nigga. We about to go to it.
Let's go.
So my guy. He an actor too. Right. Now my guy got into Fighting Temptations. So we got Cuba Gooding Jr. We got Beyonce.
Shout out to Cuba, man. Yeah.
That was in that motherfucker. Now
the queen.
So look, I know. Look, I know I'm a little small guy. I just say what the fuck I'm gonna say.
Right.
But at the end of the day, now she was bad then.
Right.
You on that set.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, she coming in doing the thing.
Right.
Whoa. Now, I'm just saying, like, let's just be real. Like, when you was on that set and you saw Beyonce, right?
Okay.
Now, did you ever think in your mind, like, let me see if I can, shoot a little game. Let me see if I can take out on something like that. Did you think about it and didn't do it because it was a reason that you didn't do it? Or did you think about it and was just like, maybe she just ain't gonna fuck with the kid? Like, cause I done heard so many stories about so many people that met Beyonce and what they did and what they didn't do.
Right.
How, like, your guy from Jagged Edge, they went on tour and, I heard so much.
Right.
So, what is yours? Hey, Jay, back in the day, we ain't talking about now. As your wife, we get that. What we talking about, back then.
You know what I mean? I feel like this. I feel like, every nigga growing up wanted Beyonce. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but I feel like, just working so close, doing Fighting Temptation, stuff like that. Like, I was always on some business shit. I was always on some just trying to get the job done. I would see, because when you on sets, it's like you don't want to, you don't want nobody to, feel like uncomfortable on the set or whatever like that. So, it would just be cool. You know what I mean? It would be cool. How you doing? I think when I went to a party, I think that's the first time I saw her and Jay-Z together at the rap party for Fighting Temptations. That's when I saw her and Jay-Z for the first time together.
Cause she was 20?
I don't remember how old she. I think she was 21 that day.
21
I think
or
she
something
turned
like that? Yeah.
21 that day. I think we both 21. So I think I was like, yeah, we both 21 now, something
Yeah,
like
because
that.
I think y'all the same age.
I saw an interview where I said something like that, whatever. So, you know, I always been a fan of Beyonce. I always thought she was beautiful, but you know, I was there when her and Jay-Z first started talking. So I never really looked
You
at
never got your shot anyway.
Yeah, I never.
So you never
know what I'm
had
saying?
that.
I never looked at it like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
so because you never,
And
you
Jay-Z
never
my
really.
man, like that's my
Yeah.
man. So, and just like in
Yeah.
real life, once your man's got it, it's like it's off limits. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Like
it don't even matter
I don't
what
look at none of
happens
my
off of that.
I don't look at none of my homies' girls. Like I don't care how fine she is. Once you got her and I see you with her, dog,
No matter what happens
that's
after
you.
that,
That's
that's
no matter
always
what
you.
happened.
Yeah.
Like I ain't even gonna double back 5-10 years later. You know what I'm
Who
saying?
was you?
Unless you cross me, then I'm gonna do everything.
So you get into fighting the that nigga stupid.
Unless you cross me, then it's all limits
That
off.
nigga,
Everything,
hey,
all
that,
limits off.
that's dog eat dog
You
world
know what I'm
after that.
saying? You know what I'm saying?
So you been an actor, so you get to Fighting Temptations. So you know, Fighting Temptations, you know,
Yeah.
it wasn't the best movie, okay,
I
but
think it was a great movie. The reason why I said
Well,
because it still plays crazy.
it got
to
a
this
cult,
day.
it got a cult following.
The only bigger church movie that's just as big as Fighting Temptation was Sister Act. It's
Yeah.
either Sister Act or Fighting Temptation. There's no other bigger church
well,
movie
you know,
with black people and rappers and singers in it.
Just going off like, you know, and you know, when we do research, we go off
But you
like
right, though.
we go off numbers and that.
Right.
And you know, the reviews and
Right,
what
right.
it is on Rotten, it's like it was just not a great movie.
Right.
Me personally,
Right.
I didn't see the
It was
bad
great for
part.
me. It was great for me.
And if I ain't mistaken, wasn't Queen Latifah Flavor Unit? Wasn't Flavor Unit one of the producers on that movie?
I don't remember.
If I ain't mistaken,
remember.
I
But I
think Flavor
remember,
Unit was-
Samuel Jackson's wife was in the movie. I got to meet Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah,
I got to work with Cuba Gooding Jr.,
Jr.,
Beyonce,
fuck yeah.
Mike Epps. And they was like, but then I had to understand how many roles it is, and my role wasn't that big. It's really, you know, you're not the lead. You know what I'm saying? That's when I started learning about movies. But so once I told my grandma, I was like, they don't trying to pay me $19,000. Some dude named Sean Connery in the movie. She was like, Sean Connery, James Bond. Like she was in love with Sean Connery, so she was like, you gonna be at that movie.
ain't
You
got
gonna
no
do
choice.
that movie. You ain't got no choice now. And the way I got the movie too, I couldn't go out of it because they was auditioning. I was at MTV. Shout out to MTV. I'm with MTV right now. Y'all can see me on Love and Hip Hop every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Shout out to MTV. But at the time, I was doing TRL at MTV, and I just wanted some McDonald's.
Man, let these motherfuckers know about TRL. Look, for all
TRL was
y'all
the biggest
guys,
shit. That was before 106. That's all that shit. So
the total request line.
So I'm at TRL, and during the break, I'm like, man, let me run across the street, get some McDonald's real quick. Plus, I wanted to just walk Manhattan, it's Times Square. So we walk across the street to McDonald's. I see a line around the corner, and I'm like, what's that line for? And it's like, it's a movie audition. So my ass is like, shit, I only got an hour for a break. I'm finna go to the front of the line, tell them I want to audition. So I go to the front of the line. I'm like, yo, my name Lil Zane. I'm at MTV across the street. You know what I'm saying? We doing an interview, but I got an hour. Can I audition for this movie? The lady was like, yeah. She said, come on, let me take you upstairs real quick. So she take me upstairs. They give me a piece of paper. I meet the producers real quick. They give me a piece of paper. I cold read right there. I just cold read. Boom, boom, boom. Gave it to them. And they was like, all right, cool, we'll call you. Called me the next day, nigga, booked that shit.
Just like that.
So nobody got me that audition. I went into it.
You basically took that shit.
I took that shit. So I seen the audition. I seen the line outside. Who is that? Let me get in on that. You know what I'm saying? So again, how I walk up to people.
And
I confront shit. That's how a lot of things happen for me in life.
Yeah.
Like you can't be scared to open your mouth up and say something.
Well, okay. So, you know I'm going down memory lane with my guy right here. All right, now, didn't he get in the movie?
Right.
That we all know as a kid. We used to watch it, you know what I mean? Shout out to Eddie Murphy, by the way. Shout out to Raven Simone, too. So you already know where I'm going with this.
Right.
Right. All right, Dr. Dolittle 2.
Right.
All right. And at that time, I remember this, actually. 106 in Park was going on at that time.
Right.
And Mr. 106.
I just ran into AJ too. I just ran into
you
AJ
did?
not too long ago. I took a picture with him. Shout out to AJ.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Full circle, right?
Yeah.
So, and we're going to talk about the 106 in Park, but I remember Raven Simone been on 106 Apart, and you know, she was promoting the movie, and if I remember her saying, "Yeah, Lil Zane's in the movie," and first they were trying to say you were talking to Raven, but Raven kind of was like, "No, it was her friend. You was her friend boyfriend, who was on the film."
Right.
I was like, you don't want to say who it is. That's cool. You ain't got to, but you know, if you want to, that's
her friend boyfriend. What you mean?
She was saying that doing that 106 Apart, you gotta go back and watch it. And she was like, when they was like, "Oh, it's you and Lil Zane," and she was like, "No, that's her man in the film. It's her man. It's not my man." You gotta go watch it. It's 106 Apart. Raven Simone on there. Yeah. And but did you ever date Raven?
Nah. Me and Raven. First of all, I don't kiss and tell. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Shout out to Raven. Shout out to Raven Simone. That's my baby. Shout out to Raven Simone. You know what I mean?
But you know I'm an ass. You know what I'm saying?
I just always wanted to work with Raven. You know what I'm saying? How I met Raven was I was in Lenox Mall one time, and I had just, I was coming off of Anywhere. I had a couple singles out, whatever, and I used to see Raven. That's what Little Girls Are Made Of. All her first music. I used to be a fan of Raven.
I used to like,
I used to think, like every other nigga growing up in the hood, like every other young black man around that time growing up in the hood.
They like the Raven.
Raven Simone was who everybody wanted. But I was such on a business mind, and it's crazy. I just smile at myself sometimes. I was such on a business mind that, while you was thinking about getting her and making her your girlfriend, I was thinking about writing with her and making some money with her. Yeah. So I used to write songs for Raven even before I met her. I knew God told me I was gonna meet her. So I used to write songs for her. So when I met Raven Simone in Lenox Mall with her dad, you know what I'm saying, I walked up to her dad. I didn't walk up to her. I walked up to her dad like a gentleman, ladies, you know what I'm saying? I walked up to her dad and I was like how you doing, sir? I was like, my name is Lil Zane, boom, boom. I'm giving him the spiel like I wasn't even who I was. I'm just humble as hell. My name Lil Zane, because that's Raven Simone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, my name Lil Zane. I love your daughter. I want to work with her. I've been writing some songs for her. Now, remember, I'm like 17, 18 at the time, but I'm trying to be as professional as hell because I know this her daddy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I would love to submit some songs to you for Raven, whatever, boom. And she remembered me from Lenox Mall as being a nice guy. She remembered like, damn, that's Lil Zane. He was nice. So when the part came up for Doolittle, I guess they asked her, it was out of a couple people, I ain't gonna mention it right now, but they asked her who would she rather have. And when my name came up, she was like, I met him at Lenox Mall. He was a gentleman. She was like, I wanna read with him. So they flew me. And then look, the person that shot Money Stretch video, that shot my first video ever, my first solo video, his name was Steve Carr. He was the director. Yeah. When we shot Money Stretch, my first video, I had one of my first videos, I had the way he shot it. I was like, hey, this like a movie, dog. I was like, you gonna be shooting movies in a minute. That was his first movie he booked. You know what I'm saying?
Dr. Doolittle too.
Because I told him you gonna be doing movies, he remembered that. He was like, damn, Z called it. So when they was looking for somebody, he called me and was like, hey, remember you said I was gonna be doing movies? I was like, yeah. He was like, well, they let me do an Eddie Murphy movie and I want you to come read for this part with Raven. And she said she met you in Atlanta, so you ain't really gotta do nothing but get here and just, hit flashing with that smile. That's exactly what he said. He was like, all you gotta do here is get here, flashing with that smile. They already want you. So I came in and cheese. You know what I'm saying? How you doing? You know what I'm saying? And then hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you. And then so we went and shot it. But that's how it came. It came from me being a businessman, approaching her dad. Like, with my mind, you got two heads. Every guy got two heads.
Yes.
So I was choosing to use this head
instead of the other
head. Because I could have went straight to her, like, what's up, baby? What's going on, Lil Zane, baby? Yeah. I'm 112 right now, I'm saying, how this nigga popping, I'm saying, what's popping? You know what I'm saying? I could, because
that sound like Bow Wow.
Because you know what I'm saying? I could have went that way. I could have went that way too. But I was just like, how you doing, sir? My name is Lil Zane, Zane Copeland Jr. I'm a writer. I would love to work with your daughter. I done wrote 10 songs right now. I could play 10 songs for you right now. He looking at me like, so then they end up flying me to we did the movie, and then like a month after the movie, we end up flying out to Vegas and working on the whole project together. You know what I mean?
Man,
So,
man, shout out, man. Hey, shout out to Raven Simone,
it never
man.
came out, but we worked on something.
Yeah,
you know
but shout out to Raven Simone too, man.
Shout out to Raven Simone, man.
And you know, I know her and Orlando Brown, man. I know he. You ever meet Orlando Brown?
Yeah, I met Orlando Brown. That's like I got you know I lived in LA. I lived in LA, so we used to all run around
I know people gonna kind of chill, but I kind of look. I got his music on my platform too. I fuck with Orlando Brown. I know he be going.
Yo, listen,
places, but he's smart.
People think
that nigga know what he's doing.
Smart, though.
He know what he's doing. Cause Raven Simone said it herself. She said, "I ain't gonna say nothing, cause he's real quick. He know what he's doing." You know, and I still got love for him.
Listen,
like,
he's definitely smarter than what you think. He is.
Yeah, all
you
that shit. People be seeing clips. That shit, he know exactly what he's doing.
He was one of the best child actors, man.
Yeah.
Major Payne is still one of my favorite movies to watch. And that kid really, he
killed that.
Watching him on Major Payne, it's like, yo, you wanted to, as a kid, you wanted to be an actor, you know?
Yeah. Being that small, that little to do what he did in that movie.
For sure.
And I know, Doctor, how do you feel when you do a movie and then we gonna get to your album,
right?
The Big Zane Theory, but we gotta talk about that.
We gotta speed it up, though. I don't want people to watch this. It'd be a 4-hour video. You know what I'm saying? We gotta chop it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we drink champs
because people's attention spans is so short. We gotta
we kind of do it like drink champs. So you know what I mean?
Okay, just chop it up.
Yeah.
Okay,
so how it'd be a whole long.
This ain't like drink champ. Ain't no drinks, nigga.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Where the drinks at? Hold on. Where the drinks at? Nigga, hold up.
Hey,
where Nori at, man? Fuck Nori at with my bottle, man.
You know I'm a Muslim brother, so you know.
Shout out to Heat Level, man.
I'm like 19 keys, yo.
Man, shout out to Heat Level. Now this the best, man. We ain't comparing ourselves to nobody. We the best.
So I want to ask you, so basically. So when it comes to getting in movies, and the movies don't do well, of course, Final Force did well with that. But Doc Doolittle too, and when the film doesn't do as well, when you get in it, do you think it hurts?
I don't think I ever did a movie that didn't do well. I always compare movies now.
We just talking about
I'm saying thank God. No, I'm saying thank God.
Yeah.
I've never been in a movie that didn't do well, thank God. But to me, as a film producer,
do you think it hurts the actor? Because it does hurt the actor.
The actors is who makes the film.
Yeah.
So it has a lot of components. It's a script. If the script is good, because you could be the best actor in the world, and if the script ain't
bad,
good,
it doesn't matter.
It's a bad script. So my thing is, I think it has more to do okay, if we spent $1 million doing this movie and we made $10 million, nigga, we successful. We successful. If we spent $10 million doing this movie and we made $2 million, then we failed. Then it dropped. You know what I'm saying? So every movie I ever did, I feel like the budget was way less than what they made. So I feel like it's
in the terms of that,
right?
I'm saying logically, it won.
No, just being on the producer side, that's how I look at it now.
Yeah. But you know how it works in Hollywood, because I used to always be like, yeah, you spend a $20 million budget, but the movie made $25 million, so you won.
Right.
But in they terms,
I look at it like that.
Yeah, they don't look at that it won, even though you made $5 million off the movie, you won.
I think the only time they don't look at it is when you won is when that expectancy. You get what I'm saying? If you dropping something
and they
expecting to do $100 million and they do $50 million. Then in the world's eyes, it should have done more. And I know I watch a lot of movies that I feel like, damn, this movie is great. What happened? It could have been a promotion. It could have been anything. I feel like.
So is it a bomb? I know that they put it as a bomb, but is it really a bomb if it makes his money back? Even if it breaks even, because if you break even, you didn't win, you didn't lose.
Well, you asked two questions. First question you asked was, does it hurt the actor?
Yeah.
I feel like, if the script is bad going into it, the actor hurt himself. You did something for some money and you didn't get you got the results you was gonna get because you knew going into it the script wasn't what it needed to be.
What it needed to be.
You know what I mean? So the first thing I think, you blame it on the actors, then you blame it on the writers, but but then you got great scripts that is bad acting. So is it the script writer's fault? Is it's you can't really, when you got a movie.
Because sometimes it can be the director too.
It's like an artist putting an album out and the album fails, and you can put it on the artist. You could put it on the artist, right?
Yeah.
But it's so many components that went into that. Unless they doing with like me and you doing right now, we independent, we doing it all on ourselves. If we fail or we win, we blame it on us.
Okay, and
when you working with a whole
machine,
corporation,
yeah,
it's unfair, and that's what corporations do. They put artists out there, then if it failed, they blame it on the one artist. But what about the A&R behind it?
No. We gonna get that. That's why I want to get to the Big Zane theory. Right. So we can talk about that.
Right.
So when you get to the Big Zane theory,
right,
and then they take the little off your name, and then now you
the Big Zane theory was a loss. That was a fail.
I know.
I know you're talking about movies. The Big Zane theory was a fail, and I say why.
Because you was about to get into the music part. That's why I wanted to bring the Big Zane
because there's so many components. You know what I mean? Like when you got an artist coming off of a dope album, first of all, you shouldn't wait so long to put a next album out.
How long was that? How long was that stretch?
Nigga, it was. The first album came out in 2000. Second album came out in 2003.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
It was that long?
But now, especially now, that's long compared to now. Niggas is dropped. Remember, DMX came out, dropped, what was it?
2 albums in the same fucking year.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So that's when that started.
It was 3 fucking years?
It was 3 years, 2000. So
you telling me you the hottest nigga?
Because then you start going through label issues. Now you're going through label issues, you touring. Remember, Capital bought Priority, so I got caught up in the merger. You know what I mean? And those things do affect the artist. You can have a major artist like a fucking, you can have a Drake. If his label go through a merger at the same time he's trying to put a project out, there's gonna be a ripple effect.
Did you like that album?
Did I like that album?
At the Big Zane there.
I personally, there's things I liked about it and things I didn't like about it. First of all,
what did you like about it?
I like the fact that I got to work with my dad close on that album. I spent a lot of time in the studio with my dad, and that was fun. Because the first album, me and my dad came in the game together. So the first album, when I linked up with the guys I was with, the Bad Boys, everything, they kind of like pushed my dad out the circle. You know what I'm saying? And okay, we got him now, Big Zane. And then everything kind of, we took off, but I still, as a teenager growing up and you're so family oriented.
Did your dad step back?
I mean, I would say nobody pushed him out, but he's like, my dad stepped back.
He gave it to them like, I think y'all got it. He stepped back because
he trusted them. Like, I'm gonna let y'all see what y'all do, because he wanted better for me. You know what I mean? So back to your point, the good thing about that album was working with my dad. The good thing about that album was, being able to stay in Cali and work, boom, boom, boom. But the bad thing about that album is that we were going through a label change. They took the dude out the mail room and made him my A&R. I was going through a label change. Yeah, the mail. Shout out to Darius Jones. He's the man now. I think he manages what's that? I'ma put you to bed. What's that dude? What's your boy name?
Jay Holiday.
I think he manages Jay Holiday a lot. You know what I mean? So my thing is this. It was a lot of things happening, mergers, mailmen, people getting put as A&R. And on top of that, I worked on that whole album in Cali. So I'm from Atlanta. So you take somebody from Atlanta and just put them in Cali. None of my family was around me. None of my friends was around me. So I wasn't really in the right state of mind.
So do you think
recording that album?
Do you believe that album was like
it's a sophomore jinx. It was a sophomore jinx for sure.
I was gonna say, do you think it was kind of more of a money grab? Like,
oh, it's definitely a money grab. Like, there was definitely a big budget for the second album. But you had people that I didn't have no management at the time. Remember, they pushed my pops out. Kind of, he stepped back. Me and my management at the time were going through it, and I was just young, a superstar entertainer. But just young, but the number one person, damn near the number one artist in the world at the time, but really just had nobody around me that was close enough to really just protect it. It was
unlike a lot of interviews you might do. I was listening to. I remember
Right.
when like actually when Hardball, I was like, okay, Lil Zane, like, and I remember it was like, boof, where the hell Lil Zane go?
Yeah.
It was like
Lil Zane was going through life. Lil Zane was, you know, at the time, love my mom and my dad, but at the time, you gotta remember when I got famous, you know, my parents was going through their issues with, you know, my dad was in and out the streets, in and out of jail. My mom was, you know, in and out the streets, you know, doing what she do. So I had a lot of responsibility on me. I'm the oldest of four that, you know, grew up in my household. So a lot of, you know, I had to make decisions a lot of, you know, I was just handling everything.
Did you choose to step back a little bit?
I didn't choose to step back. I think I stepped back for a breather, and I think just that label merge and everything just happened at the same time.
And you just feel like it kind of drained you a little bit when all that was happening?
I don't think it drained me. I think that it was just the ducks that are supposed to be in a row when something is perfect and happens, they just wasn't there at the time. You know, when I took off with the 112, it was because the ducks was in a row. It was because my manager was managing 112 at the time. 112 was hot at the time. They allowed me and were cool enough for me to jump on a song with them. Then Whitney loved them, so Whitney put them on tour. Then we were hot enough to where Jermaine Dupri saw me and was like, hey, Zane should do this song with Bow Wow and them. That's how the ducks played out. You get what I'm saying?
So a lot of it, like you said, and I say this all the time, you can ask anybody, all my listeners, I always say 90% is business, 10%.
And then 90% is business,
talent,
10% is
and everything
talent.
else. Sometimes luck. A billionaire said this. He said, "You can do all the right things. You can do it all, and still don't." He said, "A lot of it, man, it be luck."
But I felt like I was doing all the right things, bro. I was doing all that. You know, I come in the game strong. But like I said, them ducks line up. Like it's like.
Because there's some people that did the same thing you did. Yeah. They came in the game strong. They
right.
But they never got
that
lined up like you did.
Exactly. And I feel like this. I could sit here and complain about it, but I know I did, and I'm doing and still doing and have done a lot more than other artists like in my position. So, you know, I done did movies with Sean Connery, Eddie Murphy, Cuba Gooding Jr., Beyonce, Busta Rhymes, Vivica Fox, 50 Cent. I'm on Love and Hip Hop now. I just did I did Cold Case. I did Cold Case with Michael B. Jordan. I just did so much stuff to where it was like, you know, for me to be ungrateful about it or say anything happened wrong, it would be like a slap in the face to God. I feel like the ducks was aligned. It happened. Now you got to wait it's not always your time. It's not always your turn. Sometimes, you know, I feel like the biggest artists in the world come out sometime like, and it just, they could drop the most hottest music in the world. If the world don't line up.
It's just not going to go.
If the world don't line up, it just don't happen. Like, you know.
I think Silk the Shocker will have a diamond album in this age of rap.
Like, who would thought? Now, I always thought Kendrick Lamar was a nice artist and a dope artist.
Yeah.
Who would thought Kendrick Lamar be as big as he is right now?
Honestly.
That they just like us, that they not like us,
yes.
All that came, that was a moment. That was the ducks lining up. You know what I'm saying? What if all, you know.
What if J. Cole wouldn't have backed out? You know what I mean?
What if Future and Drake wasn't beefing at the time or whatever?
Yeah.
And what if that record would have never came about?
Yeah.
Will we still look at Kendrick Lamar the same? I'm trying to, and I hope y'all don't cut this out, but I'm trying to show y'all where the ducks line up at. Like, it's like when you believe in God or you believe in Allah, you know, like we said some things happen for you, but sometimes the pieces are put.
Yes.
Right? I feel like you keep yourself together. You in the gym every day. A boxer, you can't just start training a week before your fight. You're going to lose. A boxer got to train every day, eat right every day. So when he do get that fight he looking for, he's in shape. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's how I was as an artist.
So do you agree with this then? Because Anthony Mackie, I don't know if you ever got to work with Anthony Mackie.
Oh, not yet. You know.
Not yet, but
notice I said not yet.
Not yet. You know why you say, and hey, to all y'all motherfucking kids, especially my motherfucking kids who grown. I got grown kids, by the way. Y'all motherfuckers, when you hear the word yet, you're telling the universe that is still open to do.
Everything I ever told people in my circle, that's one thing my nerd. No. I do it. You know what I'm saying? Everything in my circle with my friends be like, I be like, yo, I'm gonna do this. It's just a matter of time. Like I'm just waiting. Like I jog every day. One of my neighbors is my best friend now. This is like 4 or 5 years ago. He met me jogging, and he came outside one day smoking a cigarette. Like he fat as hell. He like, I should be running out there with you one day. He was like, why you run? Why you run every day? I'm like, man, if you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready.
Facts.
And I just kept running. Like I met him that one day. I said, man, if you stay ready, you gotta get ready. I was like, I don't even know what I'm working for, but then I end up booking shit, boom, boom, boom. But then so my whole thing is this: you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. Like you.
And it's crazy that you say that because I told somebody, and I ain't gonna really say no names, but I told somebody, I said, man, you know, I hit Lil Zane, man, and Lil Zane hit me back, man. We finna do this interview. That's exactly what I said.
Right.
And somebody was like, man, don't say nothing to nobody because you know you don't know if it's gonna really happen yet.
Gotta speak it.
And I'm like, we doing this interview. What the fuck are you talking? Like, yeah, I mean, it didn't make no. I'm like, nah.
Now I told my dog in 2015, right? I said, yo, I don't know what made me say it, but I was like, I think when I saw 50 Cent sign working with Mace, I saw 50 working with Mace at one point, and when I saw that, something in my soul told me, yo, 50 like the underdogs. He like somebody like. He'll help an underdog. You know, I felt like at the time, I feel like it now, I'm an underdog. I feel like I'm somebody that, you know, niggas be sleeping on. So when I saw him work with Mace, the window shopper, he had Mace in the video. I was like, oh, 50 fuck with the underdog. So I turned to my man, I said, hey, 50 gonna be the one to help me out. He gonna be the one to put me on. Some way I get back in the game on a major level, gonna have to do it 50. And here we go. 2021, I booked BMF, and if you look at it, that's kind of like my reintroduction back to, like, you know, niggas weren't really checking for me to have BMF, right? Or not on this level. But my thing is, shit, I predicted that. I spoke that into existence. I don't know how I knew, but then the ducks lined up. So
and it's crazy. It's crazy when I came back to seeing you, and I was like, dang, Lil Zane back. Like, you know what I mean? That's why.
And I feel like I never left, but I understand what y'all saying. But my thing is this, like.
But like you said, when you step back.
It's what you do when niggas ain't watching. It's what you do when niggas ain't watching. I'm still calling people. I'm still in the gym every day. I'm still recording every day. I'm still writing these scripts every day. So I know, okay, say what you want, but when I run into the right person, I'm lit. I ain't gotta go write a song. I ain't gotta write a movie. I ain't gotta go get in shape. I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? So I always kept that in my mind. Stay ready. You ain't gotta get ready.
So now I wanna ask you some things, just some social things of what's been going on and stuff like that.
Right.
Now, we hear a lot of people talk about Tubi.
Right.
All right, we hear this conversation on so many different podcasts. Everybody talk about Tubi.
I love Tubi.
All right. Okay.
I would do a deal with Tubi in a minute.
All right. So here it goes. So this is DJ Rico over here. All right. We had a thing about Tubi. Now, this is just what we see. Now remember, my movie, I could have my movie on Tubi. I chose not to.
Right.
All right. I'm gonna tell you why I did it.
Right.
And being a Muslim brother, it's a little different for me, right? And when I watch Tubi, a lot of the movies that come on Tubi are just not what I see that I'm thinking that's gonna be what it's gonna be. Like when I see the title and I'm like, all right, boom. And then when I'm watching it, I'm like, damn, they missed that. Maybe because I do movies and I'm like, damn, how they do? But hold on, how did that go from a small beer to big beer when it's the same scene? And we see a lot of those movies on Tubi.
Right.
And Tubi was bought by Fox Corporation. And what
Tubi just got a partner with Kickstarter too. Was it Kickstarter?
Well they would Kickstarter and they would Film Hub.
I feel like that's about to really step the Tubi game up too.
But I hope it does, because I know the history of Fox on how they use black shows and movies, and they get up there and then they throw them away. That's what they did on the CW. That's what they did with A Living Color. That's what they did with a lot of those black shows.
Right.
So, and now that they bought it,
right,
I feel like, because it's the same guy that was ahead of it back then.
Right.
He's just old now.
Okay.
And I just feel like I don't want that to happen to black entertainment again, where once Tubi get to a Netflix that he say, okay, we gonna cut out them black shows and boom, like they did with the Wayans brothers. You know what I mean? CW, all them. Remember we had all them shows, and it was the Fox that owned them, and they did that.
Right.
And that's why I kind of sit back and I don't really kind of check on Tubi as much because I don't want that to happen to me. Like I don't want to put my film on there, then I get caught in that riff,
right?
And then it's like, bye, boom, and I'm like, we know what the Fox Corporation has did,
right?
And we gonna turn around and go on another platform, and they do it again. Then how does it make us look, especially as black people?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Me being a Muslim brother, I got to bring something like that to the forefront. You know what I mean?
I get what you're saying.
So what you think?
I mean, what's the question?
About Tubi.
What about it, though?
Like what they do with black entertainment. And the films that are promoted on Tubi, the black cinemas, the independent films, and the way that...
I feel like...
It became like where you want to get black movies...
I feel like
go to Tubi.
You know, I feel like where there's a problem, you come up with a solution and you got money. So if we have a problem with the way that Tubi's filming as black people, they're giving black people opportunities to put their films on. I don't see fucking Netflix doing it. I don't see Netflix giving niggas in the hood a chance. I don't see shout out to Netflix. But what I'm saying is, you know.
Like I like it, but you know.
But let me finish though. Because I'm in the film industry. So my thing is this: to every filmmaker out there, it's like if you don't like the way something is, change it. If you don't like the way something is, change it. I got this movie on my phone. I'm about to drop Thanksgiving. I might put it on Tubi, but it's gonna be the best shit you seen on Tubi.
Okay.
It's gonna make everybody at Tubi. I always said that if I was a partner with Tubi and they was to make me like a VP at Tubi, I would bring a different brand of movies to Tubi because if I show you my movie right now, I'm independent. I filmed it by myself. I didn't spend a lot of money shooting it, but it looks well shot. It looks like I spent a gang of money on it.
And that's what I'm talking.
I focused on having good actors in it. I made sure I had a great script. I made sure that my lighting was good. I made sure that my audio was good. So I feel like as filmmakers, especially black filmmakers already coming in with the disadvantage, we have to make better films. We have to take our time. Everybody wants to be a filmmaker. Everybody wants to be a superstar. So we skip the process. And now when we get... Now the sound's off, the lighting's off because you were so anxious and so ready to just shoot it. You didn't really study. You didn't really do what you're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like when you see it, and then once they let one person in there do that, it's someone like me and you that see it and like, oh, they messed up like that. They did. Oh, we could do that too. Then we do the same thing they did. We do the same thing they did. Oh, we ain't got to worry about the lighting. They took that other one and they wasn't worried about the lighting. Oh, we ain't got to worry about the acting because the other one we just watched, ain't had the best acting. I don't do that. I don't compare my shit to nobody. I look at what's on Netflix or what's on whatever in the movie theaters and I try to make my shit like that. I try to make my shit like, okay, I know I only got 100,000 to shoot this, but I want it to look like $1 million. So I got to pull in my favors. I got to go get, my boy might have this car that's 20,000. I don't have the budget to get that, but relationships. I feel like a lot of black films you see directed, written, edited by one person. But then I feel like, and shout out to you. But at the same time, it's like, you know, my movie is wrote by me, co-wrote by me. I mean, it's written, co-wrote by me. I got a co-director with me. Like, I didn't try to do it all by myself. You get what I'm saying?
And you know what? And I'm going to tell you this, because I can tell you this. On my first film, I shot it with a $100 camera. And the reason why I did that is because Spike Lee said, go shoot your first film.
And that's what I did. I shot. You got to just get out there and shoot. But once you shoot your first film, you got to look. I shot a film called Twinning. I paid damn near $10,000-$15,000 to shoot it, right? It was a little independent. But once I shot it, I could put it out right now. It's edited right now. I could show it to you on my phone right now. Did I put it out? Will I put it out? No. You know what I did? I lost. It was $15,000 loss. Now I found a better crew that shot my new movie, Ice Stop. I'm using that crew to shoot this. So I took my time. I could have rushed it because most people just don't want to take a loss. Niggas is scared to lose. Niggas is scared, like you said earlier. Well, what about when you do a movie and this one take a loss? Well, go shoot another one.
Facts.
Why do we take one loss and we quit? Why niggas do one album and quit? Like, or do something else. Like, don't stop whatever you're doing.
And I agree with you on that, because to be honest with you, man, with my first film I lost, but my first film was not, $100 camera. Second film, which he was in it. Actually he played the DJ in it, but guess what? It got better, right? Because I'm like, okay, now I know this. So when the third film, and I'm focusing on micro shorts too now, because we just talk about attention spans, right. And this is something, and just to throw you a little G, if you want to hear me out, I seen something of another director that his name is Blake Ryder, and he said, we focus on shooting major film. Try this, shoot a short film every 2 weeks. He said, write the script Monday through Thursday, shoot it Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, put it out that Wednesday. And when you mean by short, 4-minute films, 3-minute film. My last film was just 5 minutes. I shot it in 8 hours, and everybody loved that motherfucker. And this is the thing, and I shot it in my backyard. So if you do that, he said you can bring so much to showing how much you're doing filming, you learning instead of trying to do it all on a bigger process. And he got over like 2 million followers on. I
mean, that's just like right now. Like to shoot a whole video for a song is almost stupid right now. You could do that, but why shoot a whole video when
you clip that?
It's only a minute clips is winning. So now the new thing is you see an artist do a song and they'll shoot 10 1-minute videos to the same song. You know what I'm saying?
Please,
it's more about the content. You know what I mean?
Dude, can you do this for me right now?
What up?
You gotta do this for me right now.
What's that?
So you see my artist right now.
Right.
Because maybe you don't listen to me.
Right.
You don't listen to me.
Right.
But I told my artist, you right here, I said, you need to use the same song and you can put it different places a million times. Right. That's what they're doing now. The same. It's new to everybody else that ain't heard it.
Exactly. You can do the same song over and over. Like, you know what I mean? But my thing is, just shooting content. It don't have to be the same song. But my thing is just, from what I'm learning right now, it's like we used to shoot 3-4 minute videos. Now, even if you shoot a 2-minute song, the Instagram clip is only 45 seconds. So my thing is just shooting short forms of content. Like you said with the movies, just shooting short forms. I did a lot of short movies, short films before I did my 2 major ones coming out. But my thing is this. You can't be scared to lose. You can't be scared to take your time. Take your time with it. Like, whether I'm doing music, whether I'm doing an album, like a lot of people say, oh, you took forever to come back. But now, when I let you hear my music, when I let you see my movies, I'm so polished that it don't matter.
It don't matter.
What I'm saying? Dr. Dre take 10 years to give you one album. If he give you an album right now, you're going to buy that motherfucker. You want to see where Dre is at right now. You know what I'm saying? Another thing, when you drop in music 6 months out the way, 6 months back to back, you're not even giving yourself time to grow as an artist. You talk about the same shit. That's why all the music sound the same. That's why it's like, imagine if you put an album out and then you went to Thailand for a year and 2 years, and then you come back and you rap about what you're seeing out there. They're gonna get a different version of you. So I think that's what's still old school about me is like, I'm gonna give you music, and because of the times right now, we got to give them back to back. But I like making the fans wait a little bit because it's like, I want to show you growth. You get what I'm saying? Like, if me and my girl just argued last night and I cheated on her last night, I can't come back tomorrow and be like, I changed, baby. I'm different. She'll be like, nigga, that was just yesterday. You know what I mean? Yeah. Sometimes you gotta, what is the growing period? You know what I'm saying? The growing period is at least, a year. Okay, if we fell out this year, you know what I mean? At least 6 months. You get what I'm saying? Disappear for 6 months. When you in the gym, if I see you could be in the gym every day right now, dog, for 6 months. To me, when I see you every day, you gonna look the same. But to somebody that ain't seen you in 6 months, they gonna be like,
totally
damn.
Fucking different.
So sometimes you gotta step away so people can see something different. Because
you have kids, right?
Yes, I got kids. Yes.
Any of them grown?
No, I got, through my marriage, you know what I'm saying? I got a 21-year-old through marriage and a 13-year-old through marriage, but my kids are 15 and 13.
And do you ever get inspiration from them?
All the time. My daughter do music. My son he's a audio engineer, photographer, you know what I mean? All the time.
So when it comes to your kids, and you always hear people ask
Right.
hip-hop artists do you want your kids to be in this thing we call entertainment industry?
I want them to be whatever they want to be. I just want to help them do whatever they want to do. It was good to me. You know, I think anything you do is going to have its ups and downs. So it's like, it was good to me. I'm still traveling and doing everything I want in life now off of picking up a pen years ago. You know what I'm saying?
And, you know, I hate we can't really talk about love and hip-hop, like, you know, like that. Because honestly, I got a lot of female followers. So
Right. Shout out to all the ladies out there. I hope y'all enjoying this interview
like
too.
73%. So yo,
shout out to all the beautiful ladies out there. I hope y'all enjoying this interview.
Because I know, and
make sure you follow me.
I already know when they watching this, they gonna be looking.
Shout out to all the beautiful. I love you.
But yeah, so y'all don't think that I didn't wanna ask? It's just I can't. So you know, y'all understand that. I just can't.
You just gotta watch the show.
You just gotta watch the show. So sorry about that, ladies. I'm sorry, not on me. Yeah. So because I ain't finna get tore down.
For sure.
In my comments, you didn't answer.
For sure.
So you know I gotta ask you, and because you know get a little time because we about to have to get up out of there because I usually do about 2 hours, whatever.
For sure.
And then I'm gonna get to the microphone, but I want to ask you this right here: state of hip hop. State of hip hop. Do you like it or you don't?
State of hip hop, do I like it or I don't? I mean, I love it. It's hip hop. You know what I'm saying? We 50 years in. It's 50 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hip hop, man. You know what I mean? Still celebrating the 50th year of hip hop. You know, I feel like, you know, hip hop's fed me for plenty of years now. So the state that it's in, I'm loving it. You know, from the new to the old to the classics. I feel like all the classics are coming back. You know, artists are remixing records that we grew up to. You know, I just feel like, you know, we gotta get the business. We gotta get the business down. As artists, you know, I feel like we're taking back our ownership. You know what I'm saying? You got more artists. It's independent.
Shout out to Nip too, by the way.
The Nips, you know, the Gottis, you know what I'm saying? We're taking back our ownership. So where I'm at right now, I feel like I love it. You know, I love hip hop. You know what I mean? I love hip hop. Like, I love the different genres we got. You got, you know, hip hop or Afro beats. You got rappers rapping over Afro beats. You got
in the pop world like crazy too.
Yeah,
man.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I feel like the game wide open right now. You could you know, long as you different or long as you bring in something, it could go two ways. You could be different or you could bring them something similar that they miss and you could take off. You know what I'm saying?
And I don't know if you noticed about doing the interview with me, man. I don't really try to focus on trying to bring negative shit because I understand if we talked about all the negative stuff you've been through and and who you beefed with.
I understand too that sometimes if that's what an artist got his notoriety on, then you're gonna ask that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I don't think I really,
because you know that's mostly, let's just be honest and we just gonna keep it going. Right. Most of that stuff is what people wanna click, then you get million views. I don't want that, right?
Nah.
I want us to have a conversation we having right now, and if it gets
like some you can get some game from, some you can
facts.
I like to watch old Pac interviews, and it was like you know, he wasn't just talking about niggas he was beefing with, but he was dropping game. He was like, you could look at that interview right now and apply it to something now. You know what I mean? So, you know, I feel like we dropped so many jewels in this interview that, you know, unless they just knuckleheads that don't want to listen. Like,
oh, these clips gonna be crazy.
We dropped so many jewels in the interview that I feel like that next big artist or that next big actor or writer, they gonna watch this and they gonna really study and be like, damn, they said some real shit.
Because it's different coming from me when people hear me talk about it, but then it's coming from somebody that actually.
Like, you got to take this from someone that's now been in the game for over 30 years. You know what I'm saying? Y'all probably known me for the last 25 or last 27 since anywhere, but I've been in the game, you know, since '93. You know, still in the game, still striving, still got things popping. Just got my new movie coming out Thanksgiving. The whole movie soundtrack is like 10, 12 of my songs. So I'm putting the soundtrack out for the movie. So, you know, just longevity in it. You know what I mean?
And we're going to have you give us that at the end of the show.
Sure.
So what we do, y'all already know how we do it, man, on He Level Radio, man. We don't ask about your top 5. We want your motherfucking top 4. Shout out to everybody who do top 5, but we your top 4. Who's your top 4 hip-hop artists of all time?
Top 4 hip-hop artists of all time. Man, it's gonna be hard, man. I would say Pac, I would say DMX, I would say Future, and I would say probably Chris Brown.
Okay. Damn, I ain't never heard it like that. He said Pac, X,
Future, because there'll never be another X. There'll never be another Pac. There'll never be another Chris Brown.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a hell of a list right there.
Yeah.
I ain't even gonna lie. I wasn't even thinking.
I said Pac, DMX, Chris Brown.
No, you got Pac, DMX, Future, and Chris Brown.
Yeah, and Future, and it's like you got so many, you know, wannabe Futures out here. You know what I'm saying? Everybody sound like Future now. You know what I mean? So it's Future just really came in and changed the game. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I love help from T-Pain with the auto-tune part.
Yeah, and even you know, and Pain go up there too because, you know, Pain had his run, but as far as just, you know,
just the influence,
you know, but the influence of people that just influenced the game, DMX, Pac, Chris Brown. You know what I'm saying? Chris Brown it's hard to. Chris Brown been around for a while, still doing it.
And I didn't ask you about this, but I don't. Lil Wayne,
right?
Dope working with him.
Oh, dope working with Wayne. Wayne one of the greatest. Wayne one of the greatest. Like, you know, and Wayne's work ethic is unmatchable. He the only person with the Pac work ethic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they say he in that studio.
He got a work ethic like Pac. Yeah.
And then especially in the Scream Tour, you know, I was going to ask you a little bit about the Scream Tour. I know that you went on the Scream Tour, and I feel like that's probably one of the biggest tours that I never got to see because I was actually I was incarcerated as a.
Oh, that was dope. Nah, that was dope. The Scream Tour was crazy. You know, just being on the road for the first time with a bunch of artists around my same age and, you know, around my same, just like, you know, B2K, Bow Wow, Zane. That's that era. That's that era.
Was
era. You know, that was a fun tour. Us on touring was fun, and, you know, it was a lot of pandemonium, and, you know, the fans was going crazy.
So I want to know why you not on the Millennium.
Well, I'm not on the Millennium. I think
because I think I don't
know. That's something you gotta ask them.
No, because I'm gonna say this shit right now, and whatever motherfuckers say what they want to say. Y'all know I'm a real nigga. It is what it is. Y'all know my number. You know where to find me.
Right.
At the end of the motherfucking day, if you gonna put Bow Wow, Mario, B2K,
right.
You putting niggas that I listened to growing up. How in the fuck you don't got Lil Zane? Like, I don't see how you gonna go around all that, have everybody damn near in that motherfucking era, and you don't have Lil Zane. Who the fuck put that shit together? That's who the fuck I need to talk to. Like, who
put this together?
Like, it don't make sense.
I mean, it never made sense to me either. But, you know, those my guys. I'm not no hater at all. Like
it ain't about being no hater.
But I'm saying, like, we can't feel entitled. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Zane. Put this way, bro. I was on the original Scream Tour.
Facts.
If I fuck the bitch first, then why am I worried about who else fucking her? Like, I already fucked the bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, excuse my language, ladies, but it's like, if I hit it first, right? It's like, I mean, if it come back around, it's cool, but you ain't focused on it. You hit it already. You know what I'm saying?
But at the end of the day.
And I'm joking when I say that, but it's just really like, I'm like this. I'm always going to go back to where the ducks are lining.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like when I get on the Scream Tour, when I get on the Millennium Tour, when we get on the Millennium Tour, you know, it's gonna be the best tour ever. It's gonna be the best tour they ever had. You know what I mean? So the ducks will be aligned.
I can see you coming out.
The ducks will be aligned.
I can see it.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you know what?
Shout out to everybody on the Millennium Tour.
I'm putting this out on the air too. Man, I'm gonna tell you what y'all need to do. You need to go to a motherfucker when y'all going to the next show day and stuff. Don't even announce that Lil Zane now. And
Hey,
God
listen.
damn it, that motherfucking song start playing.
Hey, listen. However y'all want to do it, but you know,
Yeah.
I look at it like that. I look at it like when the ducks align, boom, boom, boom. But I'm going on tour in November, Live Nation tour. Shout out to Live Nation,
shout
we
out to
putting that
Live,
together
okay.
now. And you know, so if one door doesn't open for you, the next one will. So I don't think I don't think I ever sat back like, well, I'm not on that tour. I just feel like, you know, when the ducks align, I'm supposed to be on there. I'm gonna be on there. But,
Okay.
you know, I don't got no problem with nobody that's on there or put it together. I just think that it's just timing, you know. And when they was doing that tour, too, I was shooting BMF. I was doing a lot
so
of...
you was already
I was working,
kinda
too,
working,
so
yeah.
it was like, you know, I had things going on, too.
All right, so y'all know how we do at the end of the show, man. We ask you a brutally honest question.
What's
and when
that?
we ask this brutally honest question, you know, if you keep it gutter, cool. If I don't think you keep it gutter, you know I'm a comedian, too, right?
Right.
So I'm about to roast your ass. That's how we do it.
Let's
do
do
it. Do it. All right, cool. All right, so brutally honest question of the day. Have you ever agreed with your wife so she can shut the fuck up?
Every day. Every day. Yes, baby. Yes. Yes, dear. Yes, babe. Yes, honey.
He said
yes,
every day.
yes, sweetheart.
Every
yes.
day. Fuck it.
Just say yes.
Yes.
An old man taught me a long time
A
ago.
long
He was
time
with his
ago.
wife. They was happy. I said, man, how you stay happy? I wasn't even in a relationship. I was just like, how y'all stay happy all these years? He's like, just say yes, dog.
Just say yes.
He said, even when you don't mean it, just say yes.
Just fucking say yes.
Yes, baby. Yes. You're right.
Hey, man,
You're right.
Hey, man, I really appreciate y'all. I mean, I appreciate you and your manager and all y'all coming
Yo,
out, man.
appreciate you having us, man.
It was pretty dope, man.
For
I think
sure.
you dropped some gems. You did
Thank
your
you,
thing.
man.
So what I really want you to do, and hey, y'all make sure y'all stay around. He's going to do a little short mic performance for y'all real quick.
Yeah.
But facts, man, let everybody know what you got coming out. Because, you know, we're going to do the microphone, so y'all going to hear one of the new songs. But let everybody know what you got going on, what you got coming out, and where they can follow you and stuff like that. And let me tell y'all something. Do not worry about subscribers and all that.
Right.
I get tired of that shit.
Right.
I get tired of that shit. I tired of motherfuckers coming and saying, oh, he only got 10,000 subscribers. Oh, he only got 10,000 people that watched it. Shut the fuck up. Them numbers that y'all really seeing, them other numbers are fake ass numbers.
Right.
And I can tell you right now, because people look at my shit and all my shit was grew organic.
Right.
Organic. Not no fake ass bots doing this, and that. The shit dope, the shit dope. I don't
Right,
fuck with you
right.
say. And shout out to him, too, for doing me a favor. We had a conversation on the phone, and he told me, why in the fuck should I not get back in hip-hop? Why should I start pushing? Why should I not? And coming from what you said,
Right.
brother, believe it or not, I actually went yesterday, even talked to my artist.
Right.
The other day, I went back. I actually said, you know what? I'm coming out as Joaquin to live, and ain't no more gimmicks behind my name. I'm coming out as the name that I rebirthed myself with, because this
Right.
is not my original name,
Right.
but I changed it. I changed it legally when
Right.
I got in penitentiary
Right.
in 2018. So my
Okay.
name is Joaquin Abdullah to live now. And so from you saying, man, get back in the music, I said, you know, you right about that. So
I think
now I go
you
by
should keep
Joaquin.
going.
I go by Joaquin to live now.
Rebranding.
And y'all,
There
y'all
it is,
get
family.
ready.
Rebranding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Man, tell
I love it.
everybody
I
where
love
they
it.
can sing your new shit, man.
Man,
where they
shit,
can find you
I
and
got
everything.
I got a new project dropping in August. You know, it's called Despite the Circumstances. I got like 4 new singles floating out right now. You got the new Lenny Kravitz. You got Famous. You got my new single, Roni, that's just dropped. It's dropping Friday, matter of fact. And my new single, Intuition.
Intuition. I swear to God, I'm
that's
about to
4
say
records I
something.
just dropped, you know what I'm saying, within the last, couple months. Boom, boom, boom.
Is that your girl in that video that's doing your hair?
Nah. That's
Okay,
not.
okay.
Shout out to them girls though. I got new season of Love and Hip Hop coming. I got that started Tuesday, so every Tuesday check out Love and Hip Hop season 13. I'm on there with my wife, my whole family on there really. Got some interesting shit going on too, so that's all I can really tell y'all. Just zone in. But I got a new movie dropping Thanksgiving. It's called Ice Stop. And I'm working on a new movie at the end of August called Get It Poppin'. Wrote, produced, directed, starring me too. So, you'll be seeing me doing a lot of independent new stuff. And, you know, just excited about everything we got going. I got a water bottle company, Unwind Water Bottle. You can come grab some water if you're in Atlanta. I got an ab roll about to drop. So you know I be on my exercise. So ladies, if you're trying to get in shape and get abs, fellas, if you're trying to get in shape, make sure you go grab the new Absolute roller. It's called Absolutely. You know, Absolutely with the ABZ.
I like that.
You know, so I'm a businessman. But yeah, man, follow me on all social media, Lil Zane's World, Lil Zane, Twitter, wherever you go. You know, and yeah, we just gonna keep it going, man. Yeah.
Man, hey man, everybody, man. Platinum selling artists.
Thank you, bro.
Lil Zane, man. Appreciate you for coming, man.
Thank y'all for having me. Shout out to, where is it? Is it Murfreesboro?
Nah, Nashville. We from Nashville. We just in Murfreesboro, but we Nashville.
Shout out to Cashville, Nashville, man. I appreciate y'all.
Man.
Shout out to Cashville, Nashville. I appreciate y'all for having me, man. Turn up all the way.
All right, man. Y'all, hey, make sure y'all stay tuned, man. We finna do this mic performance, man. Y'all make sure y'all go cop Lil Zane new shit, man, because the shit is bumping, man.
Intuitions. Make sure you go get that new single, Intuitions, and get ready for that new video, Roni dropping. Ladies, we back. Let's get it.
All right, one.